That is cute. That is cute, right? But I want to use that as a jump off point where I just recently did a video of a woman saying her 6-year-old son is a jerk, is a piece of shit. And using that as a point where because he's born a boy, he's a piece of shit. Saying that, okay, this is an example of, oh, my son kicked my daughter, and that shows you how boys are automatically pieces of shit. Instead of understanding that these young toddlers, these young boys, they don't understand the world. They're testing boundaries. They're testing the world. They don't understand pain. They don't really understand violence. They don't understand death. They don't understand much of anything. They're learning, right? And testing boundaries is part of learning, right? It's like, but because this woman has been programmed, has been poisoned by feminism. That's why it's overriding her mother instincts. She is a feminist first, a mother second, right? Right? She's a liberal, she's a leftist, she's a progressive, whatever. First, mother second, because it shows you that because she's blinded by her ideology, she equates a young boy testing his boundaries. I understand kicking someone is not a good thing, right? Not a good thing at all. But instead of equating that, you know what? Oh, this is a boy just testing this is a child, this is a baby testing his boundaries, understanding what's right and wrong, figuring out, you know, what is acceptable, what isn't. Right? Instead of saying that, you know what, boys will be, I mean, it's crazy, but boys will be boys. They're more hyperactive, okay? They test their boundaries more. They're more action based, right, than logic based, or I don't know, logic based instance, right? Particularly when they're young, right? They want to test the boundaries, right, with force, with actions, right, with their bodies. Okay, instead of understanding a child, you know, in the emotional state, in the mental state, no, you just equate that. Okay, it was born a boy, it's a piece of jerk, right? It's a piece of shit. That's the feminist in you, right? Because you believe that men are evil, right? You believe that, you know, men are dangerous. You believe against the patriarchy. You believe that men are violent. You believe that, you know, men are just terrible. You believe toxic masculinity. You believe all these feminist talking points, all these liberal leftist talking points, and that's why you equate, right, to your child instead of understanding, you know what, boys are hyperactive. Boys are very action based. They're very physical based. This is why fathers, right, would interact with these children physically, right? Throw them around, wrestle with them, right? It's just, this is why, like, even in the wild, right, cubs, you know, parents, they would, you know, push the bit. It's like, it's just all to test boundaries of life, and boys particularly do that physically, right? They test the boundaries of life physically, while girls maybe they may test the boundaries of life, you know, emotionally, mentally, other ways, right? There are differences between sex, right? So being different does not mean you're automatically born a jerk, right? Because you're a boy. And this is the problem where feminists don't bother to understand what is a boy, what is a man, because they don't give a shit. They think men and boys are poison to the world. This is why more and more women, right, more of these feminists are saying if they find out that they have their baby is a boy, they're pregnant with a boy, they want to abort. Right? This is why they said they were born their own abusers. To already equate an unborn child to